Hi there. Very good morning and good afternoon, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks with another live session, and I'm going to talk about the markets as well as specific stocks which I feel like could do well in the short run. Plus, we'll answer your queries as well as we go along. So hopefully, you have been doing well in your investments and in your trading, and hopefully you'll do well going forward as well. The markets are up and down as expected. Things are not quite uh, like streamlined as it was earlier, and the stocks are not moving up smoothly. But that seems like is going to be the situation for the next few weeks, months. I believe that till August, September, things are going to be choppy. Hi, Harsha. Very good morning. Hi, Supreet. Hi, Brijesh. Jan, hello. Deepthi, morning. Kodor, hello. So the thing is, we could be looking at a situation where specific stocks might do well and not that greatly as things were say 2 months back. So they might do say 15-20% in 3 months, 6 months, 4 months, 20 to 30% in 6 months, like that, rather than stocks going up 2 3 4x in 6 8 months time. That was what was happening in the mid cap arena earlier. So we have seen how choppy the market has been even today, with mid caps doing really well, and right now things are again normalizing and declining for mid caps as well as large caps. So I believe that the markets would be in a range between uh, say 14,200, 14,300 to about 14,800, 900. So around 600 point range is what I'm looking at for the next 5 months, uh, at least 5 to 6 months. And in that, if you want to trade, you can make money in specific stocks with strict stop losses, but not a lot of money would be made just by holding on to the stocks for 6 months. If you really want to buy the good quality stocks, you need to buy them for 2 3 years. I think now the time has gone that you make money by buying any good quality stock right now at these valuations, and really make money. Case in point is the IT index. So we have seen IT not doing that well over the last 2 weeks, and have been choppy. But now you see the mid cap IT space surging. So that's how it has been, and in specific stocks in mid cap IT doing well. And then once again, after a couple of weeks, they'll go into consolidation and move up again. So it would be results based rallies that we will see in those stocks. I'll answer your queries as well. There is an announcement that need to be made, and this is after a lot of deliberation and thought and analyzing everything, as I'm the only one taking care of the channel and whatever is happening on Patreon. So all the members on Patreon might have known that I have given a discounted price for a yearly membership on Patreon. If somebody wants to join there, they would have to pay about $8.50 per month, but they have to pay upfront. So $100 upfront for the yearly membership, and you pay for 10 months and you get a 12-month membership on Patreon. Now, coming to those who wanted debit card transactions, who wanted transactions through, you can say, bank account or fund transfer, I am planning to start one like that, so that you get all the benefits that a yearly member of Patreon is getting, but you would have to pay slightly more. So you would have to pay the taxes that I'll be paying because of taking money in as into the account, and it would be taxed on GST, and other kind of levies would be attached to it. So I would have to add that to the yearly membership that I'm providing to the Patreon members. So that is what I want to make clear. If people agree to it, then probably 3 months down the line, I'll start with that. I give this 3 month window for all members to think about it and give me replies on the same. The whole cost of that membership, yearly membership, in which you will get all access of everything that is on Patreon, would be there, and it would be 9,000 rupees plus GST. That's the membership that I'm planning to give, and that would come out to be something like 10,600 rupees a year. And that's 885 rupees a month that you would have to pay. And it would be only a yearly membership because it is extremely difficult for me to track everyone if they have a membership in 1 month on the 16th of some month or on the 12th of any month, and then asking them after 30 days to again pay back. So it would be a yearly membership, and the membership cost is actually 750 rupees a month. That's $10 a month plus GST, so that would come out to be something like 885 rupees a month, but you have to pay upfront for 12 months, and that would come out to be 10,620 rupees a year. So if you are ready to pay that, you'll get all access of whatever is on Patreon. Nothing changes for the Patreon members. They are getting that yearly membership and everything. They get all the access there. I would try to start with another platform, and this is why the cost is higher for anyone taking a membership through, you can say, direct transfer to the account, because I have to set up another platform in which I'll be able to share all the content of the Patreon thing to everyone who provides me with an online transaction. So that's why the cost is slightly higher, 20 to 30% higher than what a Patreon member is paying on a monthly basis. So it's around 20% higher than what somebody on Patreon is paying through the international card on that site. So that would be how it is. If I get a very good response for this, if I get a very good response for this yearly membership, I will not start with a monthly membership, because of the problem that it will be extremely hard for me to track as an individual for everyone. For a yearly membership, I do can track, and probably it could go up 15 days here and there, but I'll end up tracking everyone easily. So I'll have an yearly membership, not a monthly membership, for somebody who wants to take a membership through a direct transfer. 10,620 rupees, including GST. That's 9,000 rupees plus GST. That would be the cost. And you will get everything. So you'll get all the posts that I put up on Patreon. You'll get all the access of all the short term, long term talk that I do put up. I put up my April pick just today, so you'll get that for a monthly picks as well. Plus, you will have access to my portfolio, my watch list. It's a 25 stock watch list with the stop losses and targets. It has been 2 weeks since I put that up, so I'll be putting that up in a couple of days. So I'll share that with you. With that yearly membership for the whole year, you'll have that access. Plus, you can message me. There'll be a messaging platform, whether it is WhatsApp, Signal, or anything else. I'll decide on it. You can message me there and I'll answer your queries. One query a day would be sufficient, because I'll be having a lot of members online. So that's how it could end up being, depending on how I receive the response. So if you are interested, kindly email me so that I'll keep that email, that okay, you're interested in that yearly membership. And then later on, when I begin with that membership, I'll definitely contact you. So kindly email me, depending on the response, the number of emails I receive. If it is good enough that I do, uh, I feel like that, okay, we can begin with that also. And there are you can say a reasonable number of people who want that, I'll definitely begin with that membership as well. Nothing changes to the Patreon members. They are getting that with a 30% discount on a monthly basis, 50% discount on a yearly basis, if they are taking that yearly membership on Patreon. So that it is better for them to just continue with that. But for those who cannot pay by credit card, who want to just pay by bank transfer, etc., they can avail that facility if things all go right. Hopefully by July, I'll be inshallah beginning with this group as well, which would be a group that would be different. That means this group, which will have all the benefits of all what the Patreon members are getting. So I would look forward to your response. I will look forward to the number of emails I receive. Uh, it will depend on the number of emails. I'll need at least 300 to 500 members, 400 to 500 members, if they really are willing to join over the next 3 months. Then I'll definitely by July or so, begin with that as well. So there will be two streams, one for Patreon members on Patreon, and one for members who would be exclusive members of mine who will be getting all the services of Patreon. All right, so this was the announcement I wanted to make. I've tried my best to keep the prices as low as possible, and that's what how it is. And Patreon members, I would request them to kindly write some testimonials, some lines here if they are liking what they are getting on Patreon and everything that is there. All right, thank you. Coming back to the markets, and so I want to bring to your notice two pharmaceutical stocks. One of them I discussed on Sunday, and I would like to discuss again today. And second one is a mid cap company that looks like doing well. So these two stocks can be bought at the moment, and do your own analysis and probably discuss with your own fund manager and equity analyst if you have one. But Dr. Reddy's is looking like set for a big move over the next 6 months. It seems like that way. Keep a stop loss of 4,200 on it. And it looks like this is heading to 6,000. This is heading to new highs over the next 8 months. I think the performance could get much better. It is showing a lot of strength. And so I gave that call also about a week back or maybe 3 4 days back, and it is doing well. And I think this is set for a big up move. Second stock in the pharmaceutical space is Lotus Labs. Have been consolidating in this 330 360 region for quite some time, for about 3 months, 5 months it has been, and now it is breaking out. I won't be surprised if in a year's time, say 6 months to 9 months, or even a year's time, I don't know the time frame, but round about between 9 months to 12 months, this could head towards 500. I think this is headed towards 480, 500. Uh, it's safe to buy now after it has shown so much strength, Lotus Labs, between 330 and 360, keeping a stop loss at 330. One can look to buy this stock, and first target here looks like 390, and next one is 430. But I think it could be headed towards 500. By March of next year, we could see the stock at 500. So these two stocks look extremely attractive in the pharmaceutical space. I think pharma, IT, these kind of stocks and other healthcare kind of stocks could do well over the next 3 4 months, and only after 4 5 months, by September October, things would come out as to how this pandemic is going on and how things pans out, and only then we'll know by Diwali as to whether economy related stocks or growth related stocks will do well in the second half of the year or not. So at least for the next 4 5 months, I'm betting on the fact that defensives will do well. And it's not that defensives are going to go up to 3x. It's just that these companies will do reasonably well in comparison to the whole market itself. I don't see the markets making new highs and sustaining that, means above 15,500. It will be very difficult for it to go past 15,000 and sustain over it. And again, it will be very difficult for the markets to go below 14,000 and sustain there as well. All right, so I am ready to answer your queries. Kindly shoot your queries, and please use super chat and super stickers. That will help me grow the channel. That will help you also ask me questions and ink out answers from me in greater detail. Uh, a question on InfoEdge has come out. So just to tell you about InfoEdge, if you really want to buy, yes, these are decent levels, but wait for some sort of stabilization in the stock and only then get into the stock. I think 4,000 is a reasonable stop loss to keep if you buy Info Edge for a shorter period of time. For long term holders, yes, these are very good levels. So for somebody who want to hold the stock for 2 3 years, yes, these are levels to start accumulating Info Edge up till 3,600. There could be a situation where the stock may head to 3,600. Ultramarine is good, but stay away from very small cap companies. I would say that yes, it was one of my picks that could become multi baggers, but if you have 5 to 7 year time frame, yes, keep on accumulating. Otherwise, avoid at these levels. Uh, I would say NIIT Tech, that's Coforge, is a better play. IDFC first. I have my doubts on most banks. So if you have the consumption, if you have studied well the stock, you can go ahead and buy. But I would prefer something like HDFC Life for that 10-year period if you want to get into financials, or something like a Britannia for a 10-year period. Stocks in the mid cap arena, you can look at a Bata from a 10-year period. Yes, SBI cards is a very good pick from a 10-year perspective. So SBI cards, Coforge could be my pick from a 10 years perspective. But IDFC first, I would like you to look at consumption names that would do well, in my opinion, from a 10-year period. Thanks a lot, Jen, for your contribution. APL Apollo looks attractive. I think any sort of declines, even on consolidations, one can accumulate from a 1 year perspective. Astral Poly again, yes, 1500 is a good level to keep a stop loss. So any sort of declines you buy with a stop loss at 1500 would be better. HDFC AMC, I would prefer buying into something like an HDFC Life than HDFC AMC. Yes, I think Dr. Lal Path Labs Deepthi looks very attractive even at these valuations. Keep accumulating on any down days. Yes, it's a very good portfolio kind of a stock that you can keep, simply because the need for testing for any kind of illnesses will not go away. In fact, will increase as people's age increase here in India. So this is something that is going to do well from a decades perspective. MRF, I would feel is expensive. Most of the tire stocks are expensive, so kindly avoid those. Uh, Kilpest, over the next 6 7 years, I expect it to go past 2000 over the next 5 to 6 years. So if you have the gumption, if you believe, and kindly do study the company first and then take a call. Do not just blindly take a call on my statement because it's just a 200 crore market cap company. So analyze that and then take a call on the same. Intellect Design is a decent company, just that it has had a checkered past, so I try to avoid the stock. But otherwise, the company is doing really well on the growth front. No, that's what I'm saying, Jan, that rather than buying into NIIT, get into NIIT Tech, which is Coforge. I don't think NIIT will do really well over that one decade period. I think Wellspun Enterprises will also do well. Just keep holding it. Keep a stop loss at 105, 104 if it has not touched that, and probably you can see 160, 170 on the stock. Prince Pipes is also good, but I think Astral is a better pick than Prince Pipes at current levels and on declines. Thanks a lot, Sona. Vithi Specialty, good company. Uh, Out of these three, I like Vidhi more than the other two. I think Fact could do well because of government push on pharmaceuticals, on sorry chemicals, etc. Agrochemicals. Black Rose, I need to analyze. I have analyzed the company. It does not appeal to me that greatly. So Vidhi is something that is better out of these three. PI Industries, so a disclaimer, I have it in my trading portfolio. I believe that 2600 to 2700 is possible on the stock in the next 3 4 months. I think this agri season, agri stocks might be a good pick to take home and probably for the next 3 to 4 months. DMart, yes, these are attractive levels to buy. I think 2700 to 2800 if you get a chance to buy DMart, yes, over a 5 6 year time frame. If you have that time frame, yes, go ahead and buy DMart. Frontier Springs, if you have short-term view, yes, sell. I think next 2 quarters could be difficult for Frontier Springs, but I have a view of 4 to 5 years on the stock. So that's why I have it in my long-term portfolio. But from a shorter-term time frame, yes, we could see some pressure on Frontier Springs. Okay, guys, thank you. Thanks a lot for being online. Kindly do take note of what I have talked about for that membership, and I would be eagerly waiting for your emails. Once I receive the stipulated number, then I'll definitely think of starting with easy way of transactions for the membership on Patreon. Thank you.